Hi there, my name is Chuck Millsap and I teach Health 7 here at IMS. It's a required class for all 7th graders. And thanks for watching. I just want to give you a brief rundown of what to expect in this class. I want to just start, if you'll indulge me for a moment, just share a little bit about myself. That's my 7th grade picture there. So the kids kind of usually think that's funny to see. I'm in my 20th year of teaching health and PE, my 5th here at IMS, and I really feel fortunate to work out here. We have really fun personalities in class, but also a real work ethic, and students want to learn. They take pride in what they're doing, and I just, again, feel so lucky to work here. I'm originally from a little town up north called Linden, and some of you may be familiar with that town. And my day starts again in health, but by the end of the day or by 3rd period, I'm moving into the gym where I teach health and PE, where I actually get to work with your kids in that different venue, which is really fun to make those connections. So let's talk about what we came here for, and that is Health 7. I sent this link out at the start of the trimester, and I call this the Health Hub, Health 7 Hub. And it's just meant to be, again, a kind of a hub for you to click on things and learn more about class. Certainly there's a tile here where you can leave a question or comment if you have access to this link, and I can send it out again. But if you just want to email me any questions you have, you're obviously more than welcome to do that. I'm going to focus mainly on the what we will do tile here and a little bit about grading in the next few minutes. So here we go. What do we do in Health 7 class? Well, there's 6 main pillars or focus areas set out by the state of Washington. And this is pretty much the order we will operate in. We are right now taking kind of a 10,000-foot look at health and wellness. So we look at different dimensions of health that make up our wellness. So social health, emotional health, physical health, intellectual health. And we look at how a deficiency in one area can actually lead to deficiencies in other areas. And so it's really important to not just focus on your physical health, but really try to feed your body what it needs when it comes to your emotional soul. And your social health is important. It's important. We're social beings. Which has been really hard the last couple of years, or a year and a half with COVID, right? So when we look at how those are interconnected, we will jump into CPR and first aid, which will advance beyond what students covered last year in 6th grade, where they primarily just focused on CPR. We look at a lot of first aid, specific first aid emergencies like stroke, heart attack, seizures, choking, and how to handle some of those emergencies. I know it says nutrition here, but the reality is our team has decided that that's an area we're going to not focus on so much this trimester. Again, we only have 60 days, 60 school days in a trimester. And what we find is that we're losing momentum when we're sometimes just moving so fast that we don't truly have time to cover the standards needed in these big areas. And so the students, we do cover nutrition in depth in 6th grade. And so that's an area we're not going to focus too much on in 7th grade. There won't be a summative assessment on nutrition. But we will get into social emotional management later in the trimester, where we look at how to support yourself if you're going through trauma, or even if you're just feeling low, right, for a while. And then how you can be a support to others. So we have a fantastic curriculum from the 2nd step that helps us through some of those conversations. We will really hit influences, including media and drugs, the cycle of addiction, and how the brain chemistry works to develop that addiction and how to break that addiction, and how media can play a big role in some of the day-to-day decisions that teenagers and really, quite frankly, adults make. And then I wanted to just mention sexual health. Usually we wait till the last couple of weeks of the trimester. It's there's a lot of misinformation out there in the media about what we're trying to teach kids when it comes to sexual health. I can assure you that these 6 lessons that we present are district approved. They do not in any way promote teenage pregnancy. In fact, it's really just the opposite. It's really an abstinence-based curriculum that looks at consequences of decisions that, and also we talk about dating and sexual harassment. We really cover a lot of really important topics. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out those 6 lessons in detail, like full lessons to you in about a month, halfway through the trimester, and let you just have time to look at those lessons. And you can see for yourself, if for some reason it's not something you want your child to be part of, then you can email me and I'll have other curriculum that your child can access at that time. So just reach out to me and let me know. And that goes for any of these other areas. I'll communicate to you every couple of weeks through Skyward and let you know where we're jumping into and what this conversation might sound like. And if there's any area where you see that could be a problem or trauma, please let me know, and we can make any accommodations needed for your student. Grading. When it comes to grading, many of us at IMS have already made the switch to standards-based grading. 75% of us have, and next year it's actually going to be required that all teachers use this 1 through 4 scale. So your child this year in my class will receive a 1 through 4. I could go into detail about why that standards-based grading is actually a better way to evaluate your students. You've probably already read some literature about it, maybe, but just know that a 3 is at standard. Your student will know prior to any summative assessment we take, they'll know what level 1 learning looks like. They will know what level 2 learning looks like, 3 and 4. I will have it laid out as we work through the unit. When we learn something, that's level 2, that's a level 2 learning. You can classify those into the right dimension. Number 3 or level 3 learnings at standard is more, how do you apply that to your life when they learn some of this information? So please know that when your child gets a 3, they're really at standard, and a 4 is really oftentimes beyond standard. So there's this misunderstanding that a 3 is bad. And I think part of that is because Skyward, the grading management system we use, next to the number, they put a percentage, and we've tried to get them to get that percentage off of there, but it's going to show a little percentage column. And that percentage column for a 3 is going to say 75%. Well, your child is not getting 75%. If they're at a 3, they're really at standard. They're right where they need to be. So please understand that we need to educate folks on that. And hopefully at some point we can get rid of that silly column that has percentages. Reach out to me if you have any questions about grading. And I can send you proficiency scales that literally show you what a 1, 2, 3, and 4 learning look like. Okay. That was quick. I wish we had more time to have an interactive like Q&A, but hopefully that helped to answer some questions. And if you have more questions, you just reach out to me and I'll get back to you. Okay. I really, really look forward to working with your child, and have a good one, and we'll talk later. Thanks. Bye.